Hi, welcome to Just Martha Designs. I am Martha, and today we're going to be using the Celebrations Party Pandas along with my Super Duper stamp set that is a birthday stamp set to create a fun and movable card. This is going to be the first in a series of cards, and so today we're going to be creating this card. And it is a pop-up card so that it kind of twists up and pops open. And it's a fun little birthday card using, like I said, the Party Pandas and the Super Dupers. Just to show you how some of our free celebration stamp sets can be used with other stamp sets that Stampin' Up offers. So stay tuned and we're going to get with it. So just to let you know, as we get started on this, you will be able to find the measurements for everything that we're going to do today on my website that is at justmarthadesigns.com, and this is, like I said, series 1. And the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to go ahead and have everything cut out so that you are ready to begin. Go ahead and score everything. And so I have everything cut out, and I'm going to start out with a piece of cardstock, and this is going to be the base. It is cut to 8.5 by 10 3/4 inch, and I have gone ahead and scored everything at, it'll be 2 1/4, 4 1/4, and 6 1/4, and then this way it is actually scored at 3 7/8, 5 3/8, and 6 7/8. And so I have everything is scored already. The first thing that I want to do is I want to cut out the edge here. So I'll just go ahead and cut these blocks off because we're going to need a piece that's going to look kind of like a giant cross or T, if you will. Okay. And don't throw these pieces away. You can always use them for something else. I know I'm really bad about saving everything. I never throw anything away. But you're going to go ahead and cut these out. And once you have everything cut out, you'll end up with a piece like this. And before we can start doing anything with this at all, we're going to have to trim this side down, and the best way is just to kind of eyeball it and do like a 1/4 inch diagonal. So 1/4 inch up here, diagonal to the corner, just to take out a little bit of bulk, just like so. And it does not have to be precise. All of this will be kind of hidden in the card, if you will, because we're going to cover it up. Kind of reminds me of sewing, and you have to put little gussets and darts and things, and so that's basically what we're doing, is kind of creating a little dart, if you will. Alright, so now that we have everything here, we're going to go ahead and start to get ready to fold it. And so we have this little center, if you will, in the middle where all of our lines have kind of crossed. And so you're going to keep this part in the center, and you're going to bring the center of this little score line, you're going to match it up to here. And so you're going to want to keep it as straight as possible. You're going to pivot right there at that center mark and match up where you have scored earlier, and then you will simply score that diagonal and then fold it back out, and then once again you're going to hold it down so that you know that you're in that little mark. And you're going to do the same thing for the other side. I'm going to bring this over, and once you have your line and everything goes through that little center mark, you're going to go ahead and start folding everything down and crease really well for this. This is what's going to allow for your card to pop, if you will. And so now I have everything here. I want to go ahead and start to close everything up. So I'm going to fold it, grabbing each side. I may have to push to the middle so that I can make sure that that point is going to be in the center, and match up my edges. And crease it down. Alright, so now we have the center, or have our little pop part of our card. So I'm going to set that aside for a moment. And I have another piece. This is going to be the inside of our little card, and it is 3 inches by 11 inches, and I've gone ahead and scored it at 2 3/4, 5 1/2, and 8 1/4 inches. And if you don't have a score tool, you can always just fold the strip in half to mark off the middle, and then just fold in to the center and crease really well. Alright, so we'll take and make sure that that is creased really well. And this is going to be the inside of the card. We can go ahead and start decorating that and putting our little sentiments and our little pandas on there. And so I have cut out for each of these. This is basically it is 2 1/2 by 3. No, not 3. Excuse me. 2 1/2. 2 1/2 by 2 3. No, 2 3/4. I'll get that right in a moment. 2 1/2 by 2 3/4. So each one of these I'm going to go ahead and decorate. So I'll set this aside for the moment, and I want to go ahead and start with this, and I want to Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start with the little panels, and each of these panels will fit in just like so. And I want my little panels, not everything is going to be all the little is going to be the little sentiments from the Super Duper. I kind of want some of the little pieces, particularly like the balloons. Oops. Yep, I'll use both balloons. And I have my little panda that I will be using. And so one of the things about, ooh, my paper's flying everywhere. One of the things about getting these little pieces right here to adhere, you need a nice clean block in order for them to stick. And if they don't, you can always clean your block with some rubbing alcohol, and that works really well. Two of these panels will have pandas on them. And I'm going to do my pandas, of course, in my basic black. And I don't want to just put all the pandas like straight on. Like this one, I'm going to put it straight on. But this one, I think this little panda is going to be kind of peeking his little head in. So I've put my paper down here so that I can kind of protect my surface. But I think he is going to be kind of popping in the side of this, just like so. And then putting that there kind of protects my work surface. Go ahead and... Alright. Now, I'm going to put this away, and I'm going to take out... Ooh, everything's going to fall down on top of me now. I want some Island Indigo. Okay. Me try not to get everything on top of me. Alright, so I have like the little, I guess it's like the little confetti. And I am going to do a little bit of confetti around a few of these. And this is, like I said, the Tranquil Tide. I mean, not Tranquil Tide, Island Indigo. I think it's because I had the Tranquil Tide kind of pulled down to use. And I want a little balloon in the Island Indigo. I'm going to put him kind of catty-cornered there. And maybe he's going to pop off the side. And I'm going to swap out my colors. I think this time we're going to go with a Berry Burst. And I don't think I quite scrubbed that off enough. And there we go. So, confetti. Ooh. And maybe kind of going off on that one. And a balloon. Okay. That's okay. It's all good. Because I'm going to show you what to do if you have a mistake. Alright, so let's say that happens. Flip it over. You have a whole new piece. Oh, that's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's no big deal. So, no one will ever know. It's on the back. Go ahead and put my little panda bear back on here. And that was the one that was kind of peeking up the edge. There we go. It's fine. That's no big deal. And I do want to put a little more confetti back down. But I'm going to pull out my lemon lime twist for this. All right. All right. Maybe another balloon. And yeah, I'm bold. I'm going right back in there with that one. All right, so I have all of my little balloons on my panels. And I have my little pandas. And the little mistake that we're going to cover up. I'm going to move this lovely stamped on paper. And I have my little panels. And we're going to start applying the panels. So we're going to have this little bear, a little lovely mistake bear. I'm going to attach him with a little fast fuse. And kind of center him up, if you will. And then one of the little balloon panels. Just like so. All right. And the last one. Attach that right there. All right, so we have our little panels. Everything is ready to be attached to the card mechanism. And so how we're going to attach this is, one, we're going to kind of line this up with that center piece because everything's going to have to hinge on that. We're going to kind of bring this over, if you will. Alright, so we're going to attach glue or fast fuse, and I'm going to use fast fuse. And you want to keep everything above this little center line right here. And I'm going to use fast fuse because it holds so well. All right. All right. And I'm going to do the same thing over here, but I'm going to attach it to the bottom. Making sure that I keep all of that lovely tacky fast fuse below that line. Just like so. And now, fold everything in. And then when I open it up, it kind of pops and twists, just like so. Alright, so the next thing I want to do is I kind of want to hide all of this because, you know, we have all these little lovely crease marks here. And I know that orange matches blue really well. So I have a couple of pieces that I have cut down that is 4 1/4 by, no, excuse me, not 4 1/4, 3 3/4 inches by 5 1/2 inches, and this is going to go on the inside here, just like so. But I want to kind of trim it down because I want to make sure that one, it fits inside the card, but I also need to make sure that I have it cut so that it goes up inside there. And so I kind of want to trim it off at an angle. And you can use any type of mat in the middle that you'd like. If you have, you know, a certain designer series paper that you actually enjoy, you can use that. I'm just using something that I had available, and like I said, it was orange and I knew that it would match really well. So I have that cut so that it will fit just like so, and I'm going to attach it with some fast fuse as well. And I use a lot of fast fuse. It is one of my favorite things to use. It attaches quickly and easily. Alright, so I'm going to go all the way up in there to that point. And some of this is going to have a little overhang, but that is okay. I can trim that off. That's not a big deal. And then flip around to this side. If I can get my... Oh. The only thing about using fast fuse is that you have to make sure that you are like pulling it off to the side. Let's make a little check mark. Because it's not quite like a snail runner. Alright, and then this one will go up in there. Alright, and I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to trim this off. Make everything nice and flush. Alright, so far we have everything kind of going really great. It's going together nicely. We just have to attach the outside. And for the outside, you are going to take a sheet that is 8 by 4 and, 11 by 4 1/4, and it's scored at 5 1/2. And you're going to fold it. And this is what's going to go to the outside of the card. So the card is going to kind of attach inside here. So the best way to actually do this is to attach your card. Go ahead and put down your adhesive. In this case, yes, I'm using my fast fuse. And so I want to kind of I can't talk today. I want to go ahead and kind of make my card, center it up as best that I can in here before I kind of fold that top part down. I'll bring that across like so. And then I'll just flip it and do the same thing to this side. Ooh, so that sticks really well. I do mean really well. Alright. It'll even take the paper up. Alright. And fold that down. So now, when I open my card, everything comes up. And so now I want to go ahead and decorate the outside of my card. And in order to do that, I am going to be using this great big sentiment right here. That is this one. And I'm going to need a bigger block to place this on. Alright. So, take my Island Indigo, sticking with the same kind of color palette here. And I want to go ahead and ink up this stamp, making sure that everything is nice and inked. And I really, ooh, my goodness, I really like to kind of fussy cut around this, if you will. So I'm going to kind of like start off with like this, and like so. And kind of round up and over And I'm going to mount him. That'll have to be trimmed down just a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to mount this with some dimensionals. Whoops. All my dimensionals wanting to come out. They're all wanting to come out and play. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and attach this to the center of this. And go ahead and trim this down just a little bit more. I'll kind of make a 1/4 inch around. And yes, I realize this is probably going to be off as far as like measurements for this is concerned, but it's all good. I think I used to do the same thing when I sewed. Alright, and so we can attach this now, like so, with some more fast fuse. Whoops. And there will be some overhang on this one, which is okay. Alright, so there we have it. Our little card is complete. And we did that using 2 stamp sets, the Super Duper, which is a birthday stamp set, and the Party Pandas, which was the free for the celebration. So, hope that you enjoyed this. Give it a thumbs up. This, like I said, this is the first of a series that I'll be doing as far as movement with cards. And this was like really cute, easy little twist, if you will. I will have a list of all the measurements that you'll need. That'll be on my website, and you'll be able to find that at justmarthadesigns.com. And thank you so much for watching this. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for more.